Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The scenario is Forget-Me-Not, and it's part of a collection, The Things We Leave Behind. It was written by Brian Sammons, and Jeff Wilkins will be our game master. This is episode 2, and our recap will be given by Mick Swan. The players and the GM are ready. Let's begin our journey into the darkness. Mick?
Thanks, Tom. It's a lot like drowning. No, that's not quite right. Not drowning. It's more like being a diver. A diver with the bends. The conscious mind coming up too fast. Senses reeling. Hitting the surface too quickly for memory to catch up. I have a vague memory of a dream. Something about hallways and doors and running. I was running from something. There was a voice, and then a noise like a bell, and then the bright red shock of pain. My face throbbing, my throat raw, and my chest aching, choked by exhaust fumes, covered in filth. Dirt, blood, and oh fuck, I think I must have pissed myself. And then it hits me. I can't remember my name. I don't know who I am, or why I'm here. And there are several other people with me. I don't know who they are either. And all that would be bad enough, but for the fact that it seems that they can't remember anything either. I'm in a van, in a ditch, with 3 strangers. And none of us know how the hell we got here. This isn't normal. This is clearly not normal. 4 people don't all get amnesia at the same time. That kind of thing just doesn't happen. I thought that if I wrote everything down, I could try and make sense of it. And if I'm honest, I'm really worried that there's something wrong with me, that I may have brain damage, and I'm terrified that I might not be able to remember anything anymore. Okay. So here's what I know so far. There are 4 of us, as I've said. 2 men and 2 women. We found ID, so we have names. My name is Damien Clifton. The others are called Tabitha, Daniel, and Joanne. Daniel and I have t-shirts with a logo on them which reads The Supernatural Files. So I guess we work on the same, whatever it is, TV program, website, I don't know. We each have a key fob from some place called the Coach and Lantern Motel, and the van is full of all sorts of video and audio equipment. We found a map of somewhere called Clio, Michigan, and a van hire contract which was signed by a woman named Lynn Cartwright. We clearly needed to get help, so we set off up the road towards some lights we took to be the nearest house. On the way there, 2 of the others started freaking out. Tabitha started going on about a kid in the cornfield, and then Daniel thought that something was running at him. And I can't help but wonder if we're on something. I mean, I don't feel high, just battered and bruised, but the others are behaving really strangely. At the farmhouse, we roused an elderly couple, and Joanne went inside to call the police. They were none too happy about us being there, as you might imagine. I guess no one really wants a bunch of confused, filthy strangers on their porch in the middle of the night. Anyway, it didn't take too long for the cop to arrive. And this is where it starts to get weird. It turns out that Daniel and I interviewed him for a TV show yesterday, though none of us remember it. Some shit about a haunted crack house called the Cooper House or something. The cop arranged to get the van towed by some local guy, got me checked out by the town doctor, and then dropped us all off at the motel. Joanne seemed to remember the place and kept talking about a redhead. Maybe that was this Lynn Cartwright woman, and she and Tabitha headed to clean off while Daniel and I retired to another room to try and sort our heads out. Daniel started dozing off, and I picked up a laptop that I took to be mine, and I don't know, the password just came to me. I didn't even really think about it. My fingers just sort of walked over the keys. Just seemed right. Anyway, there I was, logged in, looking at footage, just B-roll. Nothing special, background. And then this house. A house. And as soon as I saw it, that something just clicked, triggered. And in a flash, I remembered something. Everyone else is asleep, but I've got to tell them, I'm not sure this really happened. I think maybe it was a dream. It was kind of weird, but I guess I should tell them anyway. Maybe it'll help. Maybe. Or maybe nothing would. I don't know.
Nice. Do I need to roll a sanity roll now? So, also throughout the night, Joanne, you had for lack of a better word, a bad dream.
Yeah.
But other than that, the rest of you slept soundly through the night. Unless there's anything anyone else has to do, I'm just going to fast forward to the morning, and you all can be up and awake and moving about.
Okay, and I slept in the chair. Or on the couch.
Okay.
Daniel.
Yeah. What?
Are you
What?
awake? Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm good.
Look,
yeah.
Look. Just pull some clothes on and come with me. We need to go and talk to the others. I've remembered something.
Okay. Oh,
I mean, kind of. I don't know.
all right. Okay. I'm pretty much dressed, anyways.
You can get dressed properly in a minute. I just need to really, just while I can remember it.
Okay. Got to find some coffee too.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Okay, so I'm gonna go knock on the other room.
Just a minute. We need to get our clothes on and everything.
Yeah. Tabitha would be finishing up another long shower, which is weird considering I had one right before bed.
So I go to the door and I open it up and I peek out and I say, Tabitha's in the shower. What's up?
I think I've remembered something.
Oh,
But
okay.
It's kind of weird.
Well, and I step back and I let the door open and I walk away from them and I walk over to where the bathroom is. And
sorry, Jeff. I should have said I've brought the laptop with me.
Okay. I poke my nose in to the bathroom and I say, Tabitha, the guys are in the room. Can I bring you like your clothes or something?
Sure.
So I bring whatever she needs into the bathroom,
yeah,
so that she can get dressed in there and come out. I say, Damien says that he remembers something. So get yourself dressed. You're clean enough.
Cool. So I kind of finish up and come join the others.
All right. She'll be out in a second, so here she comes. What's up?
Well,
should I order breakfast or something to eat or something, some coffee?
We could do some coffee, yeah. Definitely.
I wonder if they have room service in here. Give me a second. So I get on the room service, yeah. Can you bring up like a continental breakfast and some coffee for 4? Yeah, thanks. All right, they're bringing it up.
Look, I don't know where to start with this. Last night, as I was going to sleep, I just started going through all the B-roll on my computer. I just kind of, somehow managed to put the right password in, and I found some footage, and it's all. I mean, there's nothing in the footage itself. It's just scenes from around the town and us going up to some house, but it kind of it sparked a memory in me, and I remembered us all being there. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's so difficult to tell. I can't tell whether I'm remembering something that really happened or just remembering a dream I had or what.
Well, maybe your memories will trigger our memories.
Well, I thought maybe and that's why I brought the laptop in case that watching the footage might help as well. But I know this sounds like a cheap horror movie, but I just remember us being in the house and the door wouldn't open, and we were all really frantic about something. And then we were running, and then there was this really loud voice that just said, I think it said, "Do you want to live?" And
did you hear that on the laptop?
Not on the laptop, no. Just like this, I just had this. I can't exactly. It was kind of. I've never. I mean, I don't. I've not got a frame of reference to compare it to. I've never lost my memory, so I've never had a memory just come back like that, or just a bit of a memory. But that's the only way I can describe it. It was just a bit of a memory came back, like a flash, just like a little excerpt, just from just looking at that video. I mean.
I think
you were there. I think you were all there. I think we were all there. It was. I think that it was late. I might have just been falling asleep. I don't know.
I think that we can agree that we were all doing something before we were injured, and whether we're remembering it correctly or whether it's all jumbled up in our heads, especially you have a concussion.
Wait a minute.
That's what I thought.
When you mentioned the voice, I had a flash. And as I was coming to at the scene of the accident, I was having a feeling like I was swimming up or clawing my way through the dirt, and I was choking on the dirt. And I heard a voice, and it said something like, "You are mine.
Be mine."
Yeah.
Will you be mine? Something like that. I remember that too.
Yeah,
Except I was in a forest and there was something grabbing for me.
I had a dream about running through loads of hallways. And I think there was a voice in that too.
Well, it'll all probably make sense once we actually remember what it is we're trying to remember. But I do remember it was kind of terrifying, whatever it was.
Well, look, do you want to let's just have some coffee and watch the video? And
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, there's a lot of nothing on there. I think I paused it.
Yeah, let's
Well,
watch
let's
this.
check and see our notes if there's anything in it. And we tried to get a hold of Lynn, didn't we? But no luck.
Yeah, last night I went and tried to call her from outside her room to see if I could hear the phone ring, and there was nothing. The door is locked.
My
Maybe
guess
we can
is
try
she's
again.
not in there.
I don't buy it. None of you guys, by chance, think you might be able to open that door, eh?
Well, these doors? This is a cheap ass motel.
Just need a credit card, don't we? I've seen it on
A
TV.
shoulder.
Well, the person at the front desk knows that we were all together. If we say that she's missing and that we all came together, maybe she'll just open the door.
Worried about our friend.
Yeah, she's missing.
Yeah.
That's
whether
another
she's left or not.
Apparently, she hasn't checked out. So.
Yeah.
Well, is there a back window to these units? Like, do we have a window at the back bathroom or something like that we can look in?
Yeah, there would be a small window, like exactly like you're saying in the bathroom, but it's like got that ripply glass.
Darn.
Maybe there's a creepy crawl space behind all the mirrors, so that you can peek in at the
Or a drop ceiling or
these
something.
kind of places out here.
Well,
I
maybe
think we can ask the guy in the office, and he'll probably let us in. He knows we're all here together.
Yeah,
We don't look like criminals.
we're a couple of fine ladies.
It'd be better if you guys asked. If the ladies asked,
Yeah.
it might come across more like a concerned person. Don't want to creep them out with us two guys asking.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going around there. My face is in a real state this morning.
Mhm.
I looked in the bathroom mirror when I got up. I thought I was being haunted by Mickey Rourke.
All right. Well, here's the coffees here. Let's pour ourselves a cup and take a look at this.
I'm going
Okay.
to pause for a second. Everybody except Tom take 3 more sanity points. And Tom, could you do a 1d4?
1d4.
Everybody got their sheets, right?
Yes. And I've already done all the sanity that I lost yesterday.
I'm just making a note in my notepad here about how many sand I
4.
lose. Because I don't know.
4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is this based on the memory that's kind of starting to flood back?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything he said is, or everything that you all have said. In other words, him talking has triggered your memories of what you've experienced, and everything's sort of muddling together in your head. So it's like just a mass of confusion and what's going on. And
I might need to be a little more hysterical than I'm playing this, because I've lost 12 points in the last few hours, except for the sleeping.
that's good to be aware of. Yes, I want to emphasize, you guys have been through a lot.
Yeah.
So
I just need to sit down. Give me the coffee. Where's the coffee?
in addition to that, could everybody do a Constitution roll, please?
Of course I know the Constitution. I'm an American. 18. Yeah, that's actually
Sorry.
no, it's not a hard. It's a
Yeah, 44. That's a pass. Yes.
I don't know what a pass is. I got 88.
Oh, okay. You didn't get your sheet then, did you, Sean?
No, I did. Oh, I'll get my sheet. Just keep talking. I'll find it.
I passed the roll.
3 passes. So I'll say this. So if you fail, Sean, let me know. But those of you that passed, when you woke this morning, you're all kind of, you're still kind of banged up. Like you have bruises and little scratches and stuff like that. But surprisingly, you all feel kind of pretty good. Like, that good night's sleep, that rest must have did you some good.
well, we're in a familiar place now, maybe.
The coffee helps.
I think maybe this environment's not the most familiar place, but my clothes are familiar and my suitcase is familiar. So
we'll figure it out.
So let's watch this footage.
You can sit and watch, and the same thing. It's long. It's probably like 4 hours in total. So you don't necessarily have to watch the whole thing from beginning to end, but you can like either fast forward or click and skip ahead, that sort of thing. And it's pretty much exactly like what Damien described to you. You get to the house that he had this trigger on, and nothing necessarily happens to you other than you all get the sense that it looks familiar. Yes.
Are we all in the video? Like, if it's B-roll, are we all walking around? Is Lynn in the video as well?
It's a good question. The intent of the B-roll is to provide like background footage. So there's a lot of, empty shots. There's a lot of shots of the cornfield. There's a lot of traffic going through town. So it's not necessarily meant to be like pictures or images of you guys per se, but at some point, like, you guys would have crossed into the camera view. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you might have seen Lynn, you might have seen yourselves, that sort of thing. But the intent was like there's no audio; it's only just visual,
just establishing shots.
Well, we did bring the cameras and the voice recorders with us. So my next thought would be to see if there's any footage on the cameras themselves.
As we're scanning through this stuff and looking at it, do I see anything weird?
Not
face
really.
In the background or a...
Not per se. The only thing you get a sense of is that the camera shots have a tendency to make things look creepy.
Yeah. Well, that's the way we shoot them.
Exactly.
Is there anything inside the house, or is it all just establishing shots from outside?
Correct. It's all establishing shots.
Okay.
Now, here's a question. Do we begin to realize the skill of what we do as far as filming this goes? For instance, you say that the B-roll shots are, kind of creepy looking. Do we think like, oh yeah, there's like the standard looking up the stairs one, and there's the standard, that we always do, and do we start to realize, yeah, okay, I kind of remember that this is what we do?
Yes, there's nothing that you could put your finger on, but it's all kind of sort of vaguely familiar.
Okay, yeah. So I don't see, it gives me a weird feeling, but I don't, see anything unusual.
It was just last night. I just...
But you said something about the cameras themselves. Maybe there's more stuff on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to say memory. I don't think it was a dream. But I'm pretty sure I remember having a camera. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, if we went to the house and we shot the B-roll stuff, then we must have had a camera. We must have started shooting something. Did we go in the house? Are any of the shots from inside the house?
All the shots on this one roll are all outside shots.
Exterior.
Yes.
There's got to be some interior. Does somebody live there? Does it look like when you were looking at the house that it's an old dilapidated farmhouse? Nobody lives there?
Yes, from the photos, it looks run down.
All right.
Did we have our camera? I was trying to go through all the gear we found in the van or what we have in the hotel rooms. Do we have cameras? Like, do we have our cameras?
Yes. You did check some of the cameras and some of the audio stuff when you were on the road walking to the farmhouse, and everything you've checked so far has come up nothing.
It's blank, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe we need to find Lynn. I feel like we need to go see if we can get into her room.
Let me go. Tabitha, you and I, let's go. And we'll talk to the manager and see if he'll let us in the room.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to my room and check the remainder of the cameras.
Right.
Okay.
I do want to point out too, we kind of like just sort of skimmed over this because you guys were teaming up from two people in the same room. So you guys at some point would have been into your own rooms, and you each would have had a laptop in your room.
Okay.
So at some point, come back to that, and there might be things there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll check that as soon as we get back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to walk over to the office.
Yeah. So now might be a different person than was there last night.
Yeah, I think you dealt with the woman last night, and this time it's a man.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. How did you sleep last night? How was your stay?
Pretty good, but we're very worried about our friend, Lynn.
Cartwright.
Lynn Cartwright. We haven't gotten any response from her room this morning, and we're quite concerned. Is there any way you can let us into her room?
Here's a picture of her if you've seen her on my phone.
Yeah, I've seen her about. I've seen her with you guys, yeah.
When's the last time you saw her?
I'm trying to think. Was it either yesterday or the day before? I didn't really keep track that well.
We were in a, as you can see, we were a little banged up. We were in a car accident yesterday, and we haven't been able to find her since. We've been trying to call her, knock on her door. We're hoping you can let us into her room so we can check on her and make sure she's okay.
Quite frankly, she has a little bit of a problem with alcoholism, and we think that she might have drunk herself into a stupor. So would you mind letting us in?
You can see that he's a little hesitant because he's not used to letting other people into other people's hotel rooms.
Well, we're all together.
You saw we were brought back by the police last night.
Yeah, and just the fact that he's seen you all together as a group and you're expressing concern. So I think I'm not even going to ask you to roll for it. I think you've explained it good, that he's going to be compassionate. And he'll be like, I'll let you guys in, but try not to, don't go sorting through her luggage.
Well, no, hopefully she's just in there.
Yeah, maybe passed out. She really likes her Fireball.
Yeah. It's kind of an ongoing problem.
We might have to do an intervention.
This is called fast talk and persuade.
He'll grab his key from under the desk and head to room 4, I believe it was.
Okay.
And he'll open the door and he'll watch you guys for a brief moment, and then he'll say, well, you know what? He says, look, I know you guys. I know you're staying. I know her. So just be smart about this. If anything important goes missing, she'll come to me, and then I'll have to do something. I'll have to go to the cops, whatever. So just be smart. If you want to just look around, and then just lock the door and close it when you're done.
Of course.
Promise you don't have anything to worry about.
All right. Lynn, honey. Lynn. All right. So he's letting us in?
Yes. You guys enter the room, and she's not there.
Does it look like her bed was slept in at all?
From
when the maid made it?
Yeah. The bed looks made. Yes.
Okay. So.
Sorry, I got hung up on the maid. The maid made the bed made. So.
Is there anything at first glance out of sorts? Is everything kind of organized? Does anything look like kind of thrown about?
Everything looks fairly organized. There's a laptop on the desk. There's clothes. There's a book on her nightstand. So it has a certain sense of lived-in look to it. But for a hotel room,
I'll go check the restroom.
Yes, nothing unusual there.
I'm going to open her laptop.
Okay. Password.
And I'll kind of do a search around the room for anything that might give us a clue.
Password, I'm going to try just so in case we can access each other's laptops. If it's part of the team, I'm going to try loves to spooge with a number 2.
Do a luck roll.
Pass.
What are the odds? It works. You gain access.
All right, Lynn, you're a freak.
Yeah, because like, how did she spooge?
The question is, who came up with the password first and then shared it with everybody else? All right, I'm going to show you a couple things here.
Yeah, I'm going to look at email or whatever might be on the desktop.
Just so you guys know, the other two of you could join the room by now if you wanted to.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to show you this first. Tom, as you were kind of just glancing about the room, the book on their desk, on their night table too, by the way, was a Stephen King book.
Oh.
Which one?
Don't say the Tommy Knockers. Don't say the Tommy Knockers. Don't say the Tommy Knockers.
11/22/63.
Oh,
that's a good one.
We're reading that right now.
This is what you found sitting on the desk next to the computer.
Maya Charlotte Coleman interviewed September. Look at this, guys. Interviewed September 16th on camera. Chief Donald Matthews. Interview scheduled September 17th, 9:30 a.m. Police station. Vanessa Volker. Interview scheduled September 17th, 2 p.m. at the office. The Baker family declined interview. Graver family interviewed September 16th on camera. Joseph Kennedy, that's the officer we met, I believe.
Sergeant, yeah.
Interviewed September 16th, masked audio only. James Burke and Alexis Romanov interviewed September 16th on camera. Lily Austin, interview scheduled September 17th, 12 p.m. Is today September 17th?
Today, actually, after you guys slept, is now the 18th.
Mm.
And one minor correction, that's Grover family.
Okay. Oh, so I guess now we know what we've been up to the last couple days.
Apparently, we were interviewing somebody just yesterday.
And the day before.
Is Lynn's handbag in the room?
No, it's not.
Okay. So she definitely left.
Is this a picture that we see on her laptop, or is this an actual notepad that we find in the room?
Yeah, this is a handwritten notepad next to the computer.
Okay.
So I don't know who all these other people are, but apparently we've interviewed them all. We should have footage of all of them.
Yeah, a lot of these were on camera.
The next thing you see, so you're going to start looking at the laptop, I assume?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything specific you want to look for before I go into anything?
Yeah, I'm going to see if there's just anything that might be on the desktop. I'm going to, I'll take a look at email, like if she's just got like an Outlook application or mail, Mac Mail. I'll take a look at, just pop open photos. Try to figure out if this is just a production computer that might have ultimately some of the video or audio on it, or if it's just more of a, if she's it's like an admin computer.
It's a little bit of both. It looks like it's mostly being used for, I guess you'd say, business. What you do occasionally stumble across personal emails. One of the emails is to a Mr. Black, BLACKK. There are a variety of emails coming and going from the Miller Frost Studios. I won't. Well, okay.
What about a calendar? Like if she has her personal calendar in there, maybe we can figure out where was her last appointment, or if we had anything scheduled for today.
Yes. So you check calendar. Everything jives with what this handwritten message is, and there's nothing scheduled for today.
Okay. So next we'll check for video.
There's none of that. There doesn't appear to be any video or audio.
Is there a messenger app, something like that you can open up, see if she was chatting with anyone? It might auto-populate the password.
Yeah, I'll say that's reasonable. You log in, and nothing is unusual about it. There's messages coming and going from the people I already mentioned, coming and going from you guys too, like where to get dinner, where to get breakfast. Nothing unusual.
Insert. Okay, I guess. Anything else you guys want to look at on the computer?
I was just hoping for some video.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've definitely taken all this footage. There must be somewhere.
Whose room are the cameras in?
Well, they're in my room.
Okay.
Tabitha, you're the one doing the searching through the emails and so forth?
Yeah, she's doing most of it.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine we're all kind of gathered around, but I'm...
Okay.
The picture's still up too, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to switch it, but before I do, as you're skimming through the emails, you see one from Joanne. And when you open it, right away, there's a photograph of Joanne in a rather risque negligee.
Joanne, what's this?
And if the rest of you could take your headphones off, please, except for Tom.
Except for me? Okay.
Yeah. When you see this, you have this same sort of flashback memory. So you get like a flash of white, and then you have a warm, sweet memory of Lynn come back to you. You and Lynn are in each other's arms. It plays out in your mind like a scene from a romance movie, complete with candles, wine, and soft music. Everything is perfect. You feel perfectly content and loved. And then all of a sudden, you have a red flash, and you see a close-up of Lynn's body. Tears are streaming from her face. She's shrieking in absolute pain and terror. Gore continues to pour down her face. Her eyes are filled with blood and begin to bulge from their sockets. And then a voice, inhumanly loud and strong, fills your head, causing you pain to an incredible volume. And it says, "Then you will die." And then you snap out of it, and you can do a 1d6.
Okay, I'll do that with the others. When you show the picture, okay?
Yep.
All right, Joanne, what is all this?
Oh, well, what are you looking at? Let me see.
It's a picture of you.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah. You know, I think that Lynn and I were a couple. I remember oh my God. Oh no. I remember something.
What is it?
Oh my God, Lynn. Oh my God. Sanity roll. Oh, great. Oh my God.
Joanne, what's happening?
Oh no. I think she's dead. I remember. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What did you do?
I can remember her bleeding, and there was a voice. It said, "Then you will die." And I go into complete hysterics at this point because I can't even think about what I'm thinking about. Oh my God.
Pull yourself together. Let's form a line to take turns slapping her.
Oh, jeez.
So I shake you a little bit and give you a little slap to pull yourself together, woman.
Don't hit me. Don't touch me.
Tell us.
I back away from her.
Remember.
I'm like, no, and I go into the bathroom and I slam the door.
What the fuck?
You guys can hear me weeping.
Did you guys know that Joanne and Lynn were a couple?
Look, until like about 12 hours ago, I didn't even know what my name was.
As she's in the bathroom, you guys are going to probably continue to look at the computer, and at some point you stumble across a folder, and there's several newspaper clippings. I'm gonna
go and try and talk to Joanne through the door. Maybe I can make psychology and see if I can calm her down or get her to open the door.
Okay, sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll let the guys look at the newspaper clippings while I go try to take care of Joanne.
Ooh, I can take the first one.
Okay, I failed.
All you can hear is me crying in there.
Jeez.
Joanne, come on, open the door. It's going to be okay.
All right, I'll read this one. Cleo teen still missing. By Ellen Shaw, Cleo, Michigan. It has been 4 days since the parents of 15-year-old Tiffany Jensen reported her missing after she failed to come home from a bonfire party at a friend's house. On Friday, a group of Tiffany's classmates gathered to celebrate the end of another school year, a tradition followed by many Cleo teens for years. The party was held behind the barn of a farm owned by the family of one of the high school students, but it has become apparent that it wasn't supervised and that underage drinking and drug use may have been involved. It has also become known that a group of kids then partook of another Cleo tradition, scaring themselves by daring each other to enter the long-abandoned Cooper house. The Cooper house is a local haunted house where the notorious Andy Cooper went crazy and murdered his wife and child in 1965. According to one 17-year-old, a bunch of us walked to the Cooper house, and then, one by one, we had to go in alone, find something, and bring it out as proof. Well, I remember Tiffany going into the house, and I think she came back out, but I'm not sure. A lot of us were kind of drunk by then. Both state and local police searched the Cooper house and the surrounding cornfields and woods, but reported no sign of the missing girl. Chief Wallman of the Cleo Police Department issued a brief statement. We are treating this as a missing persons case. There is no evidence that the girl was abducted, nor are we working under the assumption that she ran away. Right now, all we know is that Ms. Jensen is missing, and we are not. I can't see the rest of that.
It says we are not. Sorry, I just lost my place.
Ruling any possibility out.
Yeah.
This is from the Detroit Free Press, Wednesday the 13th of March, 1965. Murder in Cleo by Phil Bresler. Cleo is Michigan, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that right? Cleo, Michigan. Yesterday, the small farming community of Cleo in Genesee County was shocked to its core when one of their own apparently went mad, with deadly results. John Cooper, aged 51, a farmer, war veteran, volunteer fireman, and man held in high regard in his small community of less than 1,800 souls, murdered his wife Edna, aged 45, and their son Thomas, aged 15. The town sheriff was called out to the Cooper house in the early morning after nearest neighbors heard multiple gunshots coming from the direction of the house. By the time Sheriff Snyder made it to the Cooper residence, both the mother and child were dead, and according to officials, John had mutilated the bodies after death, cutting them open and removing much of their insides. According to Sheriff Snyder, Mr. Cooper was in the front yard when I pulled up. He was splattered with blood, babbling with tears running down his face. He was digging at the ground with his bare hands, cursing at it, and next to him was his pump shotgun. I approached carefully and asked him what had happened, but all he would say was, "They got to us somehow. I don't know when, but they got in. But they were inside them. My Edna and my boy, they're inside me too." I apprehended Mr. Cooper without incident, and once my deputy arrived, I inspected the house and found Mrs. Cooper and her son in their bedrooms in a horrible state. There were several empty shotgun shells on the floor, and it was plain that Mr. Cooper had butchered the bodies after their death. Mr. Cooper is now in a Genesee County jail cell awaiting arraignment.
Okay, I'll do this one. No horrors for local haunted house. In case you missed it, our very own Cleo was all set to be the site of a horror movie made by a production company from Canada called Seven Gate Films. The star of this show, the long-rumored to be haunted Cooper House. According to film producer Trevor Cunningham, we had heard about the tragic story behind Mr. Cooper, what he did to his family, and the mysterious death in prison, combined with some of the legends that have been in Cleo for years. And we thought it would make a great setting for a modestly budgeted direct-to-DVD horror film shot in found footage style. So we contacted the mayor and Ms. Volker, the realtor who oversees the Cooper House, and we thought everything was a go. So we came down from Vancouver and we set things up on this end. However, some vocal locals had learned of a movie being made in the infamous Cooper House and petitioned the city council to revoke the filming permits needed by the Canadian company to shoot there. The reason being that a bloody horror movie is the wrong kind of image for the city of Cleo. Proponents of the movie cited the boon to the local businesses that hosting a film crew would bring to Cleo, but yesterday the city council voted 3-2 against letting the movie be shot there. Said Mr. Cunningham, naturally we're upset and confused by the ruling. We never intended to exploit your town or any of its tragedy, and many business owners said here they were happy to have us. But I guess that what's done is done, and we'll have to do another haunted house story in some other town that wants us.
All right. This is from the Flint Journal, November the 5th, 1979. Unidentified body found, mysterious circumstances abound, by Mark Naiman. Cleo, Michigan. Last night, the body of an as-yet unidentified man was found in a cornfield in the small town of Cleo, with no clue as to how the man came to be where he was discovered. The closest building was a farmhouse on Macumsey Road that has been abandoned for well over a decade. Locals have begun to be questioned, but so far no one has reported anyone missing. Police claim they're not ruling anything out, but they said that this case does not look to be one of foul play. One person close to the case, who wanted to remain anonymous, said, "There's no way a man could do that to another man. It's evident that the body wasn't dead long, but there wasn't a whole lot of it left. Most of its insides were just gone. To me, it looked like a bear or something large and hungry had got a hold of the poor fellow." When asked about the possibility of an animal attack, Cleo police declined to comment on the record. Macumsey Road, wasn't that where we crashed?
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure when I heard someone say Macumsey Road when Joanne was inside phoning the police. And, that's where that farmhouse was. I mean, it probably wasn't the same farm. There must be dozens of farmhouses out there. It was number 700 and something after all.
So I realize I threw a lot of information at you. So if anybody has,
So being unsuccessful to try and calm Joanne and get her to open the door, I'll come back over and kind of take a look at those articles too.
sure.
Does any of those reading any of those articles trigger any more memories? Clearly, and I'll saying this to the guys, this is what we've been up to the last couple of days. It seems like we must be filming an episode around these haunted house and these killings. Does anything come back around and any more memories from the last couple of days?
No, nothing really.
Still foggy.
Yep.
Maybe we need to go. Maybe we need to go back to the side of the house. Maybe that's where we'll find Lynn or Lynn's body if Joanne's right and she is dead. But maybe we'll get some more memories back and at least find out what happened to Lynn, and maybe we can still help her. What do you think, guys?
I was just expecting, when I saw the logo on the t-shirts, I was just expecting, like, I don't know, something a bit more light-hearted.
Yeah, this is heavy. Yeah. But maybe we need to go back and finish what we started if we're going to get our memories back and find Lynn. Should we call Sergeant Kennedy and report Lynn as missing?
Let's ask Joanne what she wants
guess,
us to do.
Do we know that she's definitely missing? I mean, given that none of us can remember anything, I'm just thinking from the perspective of going to the police and trying to report her missing. I mean,
Well, Joanne remembers something. She's pretty freaked out. We can hear her in there crying. She knows something. We just need her to get to tell us what it is. Something horrible seems to have happened.
I open up the bathroom door. I've got a towel in my hand. I'm holding it up to my face, and I'm just going to walk over and flop on the bed.
You're not just wearing a towel, are you?
No, I'm
I've seen the photos. I'm just wondering now. Okay.
I'm just holding it up like this.
Well, I'll go over and try and comfort you.
No. Just no.
Joanne, can you tell us any more about what you remember?
She's dead. Something killed her in that house.
what?
I think. It's still just half a memory, but I know that we were happy together, and then all I can see is blood.
Oh my God.
Something must have happened.
Do you remember anything at all about what went on in the house?
Just a hurt, oh. And that voice, that same voice.
Guys, I think we need to go back.
Yeah, I think we do.
What have you guys been? What's all that?
Well, we found some of the research that Lynn's been doing about the story of what seems to be the episode that we're filming for the show. It seems like there was just a history of murders going all the way back to 1965.
In that house?
Yeah.
What if our memories are still kind of cloudy, and maybe she's just injured. Maybe she's stuck in that house.
Yeah, well, we gotta.
Maybe we were running to get help and we crashed the car. Maybe she was trapped, but I think she's dead.
Well, if she's there, she could still be alive. We have to try and help her.
I don't know what to do.
Can you pull yourself together?
Fuck you.
Now you're laughing now. That's great.
I know, that's just me.
I know.
This is the part where the director says, cut.
I'm sorry I slapped you.
Just then, Damien, for no apparent reason, your nose starts to bleed again.
Damien, your nose, you're bleeding again.
When I see the blood, I have a very jumpy reaction. Just because that's all I can see in my head right now.
Well, Damien and Daniel, what do you guys think we should do?
He's bleeding.
I'll get him a tissue, but be really careful not to touch him. And then when I hand him the tissue, let's go and start furiously washing my hands.
Well, Damien, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just someone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm just having a bit of a difficult time processing all of this.
Well, we don't know for sure that she's dead, but I do think we have to go there and try and figure out what happened and see if we can help.
Joanne said there was a lot of blood.
But that's just in my mind. Maybe she's just trapped there. We need to go. We need to go and see.
Yeah, I'd feel a lot happier if I could find out where that damn gun was.
Should we bring the cameras?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea for evidence.
I need to put on my makeup. I'm going to go into the bathroom and put on my makeup.
If something has happened,
You go ahead.
we could do with having the cameras for evidence, I think.
All right, so we'll let's start moving. Joanne's gonna pull herself together, put her face on.
Do you guys need to eat?
We have continental breakfast. Muffins and
Continental breakfast.
We could. I'm sure there's a Denny's or something like that we can stop at.
There's a little like I guess like a breakfast and lunch diner right down the street.
I don't know anything about putting makeup on.
Joanne, you look great. I can see, I know what Lynn's on you now. Is that Sephora? Okay.
So you guys, I'll say, so your plan right now, just to recap, is you would like to visit the house, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll say that you guys each go back to your respective rooms. I want to show this to Daniel. We don't need to do the password because it automatically worked. But at some point you are looking through your computer and you see this.
I suppose we should all look at our laptops.
Yeah, as I go back to get my stuff together, I'll take a look at mine as well.
Yeah, we should all take a few minutes to.
Tape 4, time index 112:48. Interview with James Burke and Alexis Romanov. So, James and Alexis, please tell us about the time you went into the Cooper house and what you saw.
Well, okay, so my friend Guy dared us to go and touch the bed where Cooper killed his kid, so we said sure.
We found a window with the boards off of it around back, and Jimmy booked me up into the house. Then I helped him up.
We were in the kitchen, there wasn't much to see there, so we went into the front room looking for the stairs up. It was all dark and very quiet inside the house, like too quiet. We couldn't hear anything outside no more, and there were all these big fat spiders all over the place.
Yeah, fat, ugly, white ones. And then when we got to the stairs, we both heard someone say, "Father?"
Yeah, just like a little kid's voice. I heard it as well as I hear you now.
When we looked up the stairs at the second floor, we saw this figure. It was like a shadow, but it wasn't against the wall. It was at the top of the stairs. It was like a small little boy. It was it didn't have a face. You could just tell it was looking at you. You could feel it.
Yeah.
And we're so scared.
Well, I wasn't that scared, so I tried to talk to the little boy, but we heard a thump come from upstairs, and the shadow kid just vanished. Then we heard a second thump, and this one close to the stairs.
And that's why we ran for it.
Yeah, you just knew it. Know it, that it was the ghost of old crazy Cooper, and well, neither one of us wanted to see that.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, definitely I'll let Daniel see that for sure. Because or Damien, you're in the same room as me.
So was that from 1990?
No, the voice that you heard me speaking was actually Daniel's voice. This was just from a few days ago.
Okay. So these were the interviews that we did. Okay.
We've definitely been here interviewing people.
Yeah. Definitely. We've been... You guys should check your computer, see if there's anything like this on yours.
Yeah, I'll check and share anything that I find online.
Try to piece it all together.
I'm afraid I'm just going to find love letters from Lynn and freak out all over again.
I'd like to check my laptop. I think I'd also quite like to search my room.
Okay.
I'm going to give my laptop to Tabitha and say I can't look. If there's a bunch of stuff on there from Lynn, then I'm going to freak out.
Sure. Tabitha, you're willing to do that?
Sure.
Can you guess what the password is?
Yes.
Rather not a big deal, but basically there's not a lot yet to be found on any of these. Things you're looking for that are obvious are there that make sense. So again, like emails to each other, time confirmations, talking about who or when you're interviewing people. But other than that, no real necessary clues per se.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of gather up what I need for the trip back to the house. Some warm clothes, my Leatherman knife.
Just in case I wasn't terribly clear, it appears as though Lynn Cartwright was like a field producer.
Yes, you told us she was a field producer.
Okay, great. All right. Did you guys still want to hit the little restaurant diner before you go and get some sustenance, or no?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know how long it'll be till we're able to have a meal again, so we should just kind of get some more coffee in us, some hot food instead of room temperature Danish.
Mm-hmm. Daniel, she brings a nice bowl of steaming oatmeal to you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm tentative, stirring it, looking at it. It's a little thick. Could I have some milk to put in this?
You want milk or creamer?
Milk. I want to thin this out a little bit.
She brings you a little pitcher.
I'll add some milk to thin it out a bit and tentatively
Okay.
eat some of it.
Do a Constitution roll.
Okay. Ooh. No, that's not a good roll. Yeah, I missed that by 20 points.
Okay. So this was not a subtle reaction. All of you at the table see him react this way. That pretty much as soon as the spoon enters his mouth, he starts to have a gagging reflex and almost loses his coffee, but doesn't.
Oh my God. Are you okay?
What's wrong?
I got issues with eating solid food, let's just say.
Huh?
You guys, I haven't even seen me eat. I try to kind of stick to like thin broths and soups and stuff. I kind of thought I could handle this, but I guess just the stress and everything else, I'm not quite ready for it.
Wow.
I think we're all going to have to be institutionalized after this. Are you sure we should go to that house? Well, she might be there. But if we
I'll
get
just
there,
drink some milk.
If she's dead, what are we going to do?
Then we'll have to call the police.
Why don't we have the police go with us? What do you think? They're kind of not very involved.
Well, maybe we should see what we can find first. I think since we don't remember anything,
You're right.
What if somebody's hurt and we were somehow responsible? We need to, maybe.
There's probably still a chance that we're completely mistaken. Maybe Lynn just went to the next town over to get something for the show today,
or maybe we left her at the house.
We've bumped our heads.
Yeah, maybe we left her at the house for some reason, and then we got in the accident, and she's still there, just waiting for us to come back.
Yeah, boy, I bet you'd be mad.
I know they don't have Uber out here.
Well, Flint is just, I don't know, 30 miles, 40 miles that direction. All right. I've had my pancakes.
Damien, did you get your fill of milk?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, I guess.
Maybe
Coffee, milk for now.
Maybe we can find you a Jamba Juice.
Well, it's kind of probably like something like those, I don't know, those little Ensure protein shake in a can kind of things. Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Just we passed a drugstore, I'll grab a couple of those.
My grandma drinks those.
I think I saw CVS.
I usually keep a bunch of those on my desk.
Well, you might need to see a GI specialist.
You might have
Okay, so
diverticulitis.
You're heading to the house then?
Yeah, but you know what? If we start to get sick on the way, we need to stop. There's something wrong.
Did I manage to find anything in my room? I was specifically searching for the gun.
Yes, you did not find anything like that.
That's worrying.
Why would we have a gun? I guess all the stories got to us.
Yeah, I'm kind of more worried about why I had a gun and haven't got it now.
What if there's a maniac living out in that house?
Well, then
and he has Daniel's gun. So how far is it to the house from where we are at the restaurant? How long does it take us to get there?
Yeah, it's only about, I think I said before, it's roughly like 15, 20 minutes. It's not that far.
Okay.
It's probably about 10 or 15 miles.
Yeah, 10 or 15 probably.
What about our van? Have we heard anything back?
Yes, that was taken care of, I think, before the two of you went to have Dave, the tow truck guy, he pulled it out of the ditch, and then the two of you went
so we have the van back.
Yeah. Yes.
Why don't we go search that for the gun?
That's a very good idea. Yeah. Be easier in daylight.
Yeah, let's see if there's any other film footage out there too. Maybe we missed a camera.
Yeah, there could be all sorts of things that we missed. And I mean, we were none of us at our best, were we?
No,
that's true.
All
yeah,
right.
so we could say you either already did that, or even you're doing that in the parking lot of the restaurant.
Yeah.
There's nothing else visible that you can find.
Right. I think we got everything. All right, let's go. I can I sit up front? That's where I was last time. I don't think I do good in cars.
That's your lucky seat.
When I get in, I look around. Is there any traces of blood? Well, I guess there are, aren't there? Because Damien was bleeding all over the place. Yeah, so. Oh, I'd forgotten about all the blood.
Yeah.
Who wants to drive?
Oh yeah, don't let Damien drive this time.
I can't drive. There's too much blood up there. I can't touch it.
Well, then it's up to you, Daniel.
Okay, so you get in the van and you
Okay.
your way, and you're headed towards the Cooper house.
I checked the glove box just as a matter of see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, nothing else. I think you guys found last time the rental agreement, so I assume you put it
That's
back
right.
in the glove box.
Yeah.
You get to the location, which I'm sure you would have had the address at some point in those notes. And when you arrive, it's past the house that you guys went to from the porch light that you saw.
The house that we
So
went
you
to yesterday.
basically are passing that, and then the next house that you come to, there's a long dirt driveway, and it leads back to the Cooper house.
And we see the place where we crashed.
Yes, exactly.
That must
So
be where we crashed.
can I just ask then, the place where we crashed,
Uh-huh.
were we heading towards the Cooper house when we crashed?
The other way.
The other way. You were heading
We're
away.
heading away from it.
Away from the Cooper house. All right, just to confirm, we were heading away from the Cooper house.
And we got about halfway to the next farm, which we then just walked the rest of the way.
Correct.
How big is the Cooper house? Is it a single story? Is it 2-story?
I might have a picture here. Hold on. Nothing. It's almost exactly like the one you picked out, Tom, for the overlay.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, nothing too fancy about it. Looks very rundown, though, obviously. Windows are mostly boarded up. The driveway, as you guys are turning onto the driveway, it's bringing you all unease.
It definitely looks creepy.
Yeah.
That's a creepy house. And it's what, about 10 o'clock in the morning?
Sure, that sounds reasonable.
Perfect setting for our show, apparently.
Yeah.
You get to where you can see it. To the right, as you're driving towards the building, to the right is an old barn, but it's like the roof has been collapsed, so it's pretty much unusable.
Is anybody remembering anything, guys? Is this triggering anyone?
Nothing per se, other than you get like a sort of a deja vu feeling of you do feel like you may have been here before.
I feel like we've been here before.
Yeah.
Are there other tire treads?
Um,
Well, probably ours. If there are anybody's at all.
still a spot hidden.
51, and my spot hidden is 60.
Yes,
No,
you notice.
no, wait. Yes, it is 60. Okay.
Yes, you do notice tracks.
Okay. They look like the same treads as ours, probably. The
Pretty
same
much,
truck.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just us. All right. Well, see if we parked more or less in the same spot that we parked last time, just based on that's a good spot to park.
Yeah. Is the can we see the front door from here? Is it open or closed?
The front door is open, like ajar.
No. All right. Well, let's. Do we find any flashlights in just in case there's no power?
Yes.
Which I imagine is probably not being an
Yeah,
abandoned house. We'll
I believe
look for
there's
flashlights.
2 flashlights that you found from before.
Okay. Well, let's bring at least one camera and the flashlights.
Okay.
Yeah, is there a camera with a light on it?
That's not unreasonable. Yes.
Do our phones
I
have
guess I should
flashlights?
take some some batteries for it as well, I guess. I don't know how long
Those
we're
are-
going to be in there.
Those are never quite as bright as you wish they were.
And I'm pretty sure Tabitha was the only one that had the smartphone, so she's the only one
Yep.
who would have a flashlight phone.
Yep, I remember.
All right. Well, we have a flashlight, so I'm going to save the battery on that.
Okay. All right. Heading up to the front door.
Do we see any evidence of anything on the front porch as we're going up?
Not really.
Blood or anything?
Muddy footprints.
Yeah, okay. So as you're specifically looking, you do see a few drops of blood. Nothing, gory or massive, just a few splatters here and there. And some muddy footprints, yeah.
Wow. Look at this, guys.
That looks like your tread. I think we were here before. I'm still not remembering much of this. But it does make me feel happy.
Do I remember any of it from the flashback that I had?
Yes, it feels more familiar to you.
Right. So shining the flashlight kind of through the open door, trying to see if we can illuminate anything from the outside before we actually go into the house.
Okay. You scan the flashlight in, checking cautiously, and nothing really jumps out at you as far as anything unusual. It's pretty much what you expect. It's a rundown, beat up old farmhouse. Years of neglect. There's trash on the floor. There's spray paints on the wall. Like kids have been in here. Pretty much what you would expect to find in something like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the floor plan of the first floor.
Okay.
Just to give you a quick idea what you're looking at.
So the stairs are right ahead of us. That must be where the kids that we interviewed saw the shadow at the top of those stairs right there. All right. So as we enter the threshold, shine the lights to the left into the living room area.
Are there windows or are they broken?
The windows are there, but most of them, especially on the first floor, are boarded up.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably no light at all coming from outside.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's just like
Crack
plywood
from it.
or
Yeah.
so there's cracks shining through, but the flashlights definitely help.
Okay. Do we see anything at first glance to the left of the
I'll tell you
threshold
what,
in the living room?
I'm not even going to do a spot hidden because I think it would be fairly obvious. Over as you're looking at the map, in the far left at the top of the living room, there's a pile of what looks like might be your equipment.
Our equipment.
There are a few camera monitors. There are additional flashlights. It looks like somebody set up a folding chair and a little folding table. You see like your Supernatural Files logo on a few items.
This looks like our gear.
Yeah.
So this is kind of where we're in the house that we set up like our base camp for setting up our workspace.
Mm-hmm.
Any more computers?
No.
Lynn!
Surprised this is all still here.
Lynn, are you here?
There's no answer.
Yeah, I think now that we're inside, we need to really look for Lynn. Maybe we can scan around and see if we can find Lynn first, and then come back and do more of a thorough search, see what else we can find, or to try and discover what happened. I think we should have a sense of urgency around trying to find Lynn.
I'm just sort of yelling out.
Well, do you want to split up?
I'll go up to the top of the stairs and I'll yell out her name a couple of times. Maybe you guys go in like that direction and see.
Well, let's pair up. Damien, why don't you go with Joanne and Daniel? We can search the bottom.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
All right. So who's coming with me?
I'm coming with you.
Okay. Maybe she's upstairs.
Okay. Be careful on those stairs. I mean, they could be rotten.
That's true. I keep my feet towards the sides of the stairs.
Yeah, just give them a good push before you go up.
Tabitha, you have a very uneased feeling while you're in this house.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. Gonna make me split them up. So let's go upstairs first. So it's pretty much what you would come to expect. The beds obviously are filthy. There's again trash and debris scattered about. There's spray paints all over the wall. A couple holes in the floor. It doesn't look all that safe up here.
I kind of expect there to be large, gigantic blood stains that have dried a long time ago from 1965 when that guy murdered his whole family.
Even if there wasn't, you would see something like that anyway.
Okay.
I think there's probably some arcs of blood going up the wall, given the reputation of the place.
This is where that guy murdered his family.
You can see too, like even the graffiti says stuff like "This is the devil's house."
Yeah. I sort of look over at the graffiti and well, somebody was brave enough to come in here this far.
You can also see evidence of what appears to be drug use. So like there's a few needles scattered about here and there.
So what my intention is to open up the doors, look inside, and see if Lynn is lying on the floor. And if she's not, I just go to the next room. I'm not doing a detailed search.
Yep,
at this
sure.
point.
And when you do all that, there is no sign of Lynn.
Okay. So is there any kind of a hole going up to an attic?
No.
All right. So I'm just like, well, she's not up here. Let's go downstairs. We can look more thoroughly up here later.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the basement.
So as I start, Jeff, as I start to kind of feel a sense of unease, I'm gonna just kind of close my eyes and just kind of reach out. I've had an ability previously in some of the situations we've been in. I remember now I can kind of feel energy from my surroundings. I'm gonna just try and tap into that as I start to feel kind of this foreboding feeling in the house.
Yes, when you do that, a sudden chill comes over you. The air feels like the temperature just dropped about 20 degrees.
I'll ask Daniel, do you feel cold?
Do I? I don't think I do.
You don't?
No, nothing different than up there. Out there.
It feels freezing in here to me.
Have you had these kind of feelings before that you know of?
I feel like I have. I definitely feel like something's not right here.
And then you see an image of a small boy appear about 20 feet in front of you.
Is it the boy from the road?
He does, yeah.
Is this the same boy I saw from the road?
It is not the same boy, no.
Okay. Hello?
There's no response other than he's crying. And he's looking at you with eyes that seem to be pleading at you.
It'll be okay. Come to me. And I'll start to take a couple steps towards him.
He starts to run towards you with like his arms out, like an embrace sort of thing.
Yeah.
But just as he gets to you, he fades away.
Oh, So I'll try and catch him. Daniel, did you see the boy?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a boy in here with us. He was crying. He ran towards me and then disappeared. Just like the boy that we saw in the road last night, but not the same boy.
Nope. You're kind of creeping me out. I did not see anything.
I'm creeping myself out.
Let's see.
Hello.
Daniel, why don't you do 3 points of sanity loss? And,
Me?
Yeah. And Tabitha, you can do 2 points of sanity.
I don't know why this keeps happening to me.
Who's going down the stairs first?
How about I go down first, since you can tell me what is coming towards me, because I'll go down first.
Okay. And I would assume that you would then have the flashlight first.
That's what I'd like. Yes.
Sure, that makes sense. All right, you start heading down. There's the doors half on the hinges, so it can't really close behind you or anything like that. It stinks down here. It smells combination of rot and filth, and you get down there and you get it like say halfway down the steps, and your flashlight, now you can see the floor basically. And again, just like before, there's trash here. Looks like there's old furniture that somebody has drugged down here, maybe set it up like it's either like a clubhouse or something like that. But it's pretty much trashed. And you see multiple beams like going around the basement, holding up the house.
Oh boy, this is a bit of a mess down here, Tabitha.
Yeah, what did they do down here?
Kids have been down here, I think.
I
know. I mean, maybe not just the kids.
Lynn?
No response.
I forgot what you're down here for. Let's go look around a bit. I mean, let's not get too far in here. Let's try to stick together.
Have we seen any more? I guess if there was blood on the porch, did we see like a blood trail? Were there footprints that led deeper into the house? Can we try to follow that? Is there any signs of blood down here on the stairs or anywhere else?
Yeah, if you're specifically looking for that, you would find something like that. Probably from Damien's nosebleed.
From Damien's nosebleed, is there enough blood to make footprints that we could follow a trail back into the house, or here in the basement? Do we find any blood?
There's probably a few spots on the stairway, but other than that, not nothing unusual.
Okay, so not enough to actually backtrack to.
Right.
Okay.
Is there light coming up down from upstairs? Like, can we actually see the doorway above us?
Yeah, it's not. I won't say it's that dark. Yeah. Picture like it just rained last night, so it's kind of still a little bit of a gray day out. But even with there's actually the window in the kitchen is busted. Like the boards that were there are not there anymore. So there's light coming in through that source.
Okay. Just remember where where doorway is here, like where the stairs are.
So no body, no Lynn.
Correct.
No signs of struggle or movement. Well, maybe since we're like the other guys are on the top floor and we're in the basement and we did a kind of an initial sweep, maybe we can now do a little bit more of a search and see if we can turn up any clues as what went on here. Clearly, we were already here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, find out what happened.
Other than seeing the old rusty boiler over there against the wall, there's nothing really jumps out at you.
Old rusty boiler? Let's take a. I want to take a peek inside that. Just open the door if it's not welded shut.
Yeah. Yep, nothing of interest. There's no leather glove with knives on it.
All right. Well, let's maybe we make our way back up the stairs. Did you say when we came in that when we found kind of our workspace, was there more computers there or not?
No computer.
No computer.
It looks like there's some, like you said, like you had set this up as sort of a command center.
Right.
So there's a few monitors. As you guys have been going around the house, you might have found a couple of little GoPro cameras set up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's safe to assume that with the battery power, that would have shown on the monitors.
Well, maybe we can take those as we find them. So far, we're missing a lot of footage and interviews.
Yeah.
So maybe we can try and collect the GoPros.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. But we've done the whole basement. We've done a good scouring the basement, though, right? Like we've walked around the whole basement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
Do a spot hidden, Damien and Tabitha.
No.
Me neither. All right, so we're heading back up the stairs.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll say you guys meet up all together at the kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys find anything? Did you find Tabitha or Lynn?
Nothing. We really didn't do a thorough look, but there's no place up that she could be upstairs that she is. So.
Did you see any more blood?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this house was the scene of a horrible massacre. There's definitely dried blood everywhere, but I didn't see anything fresh.
No sign of what could have happened to Lynn?
No. That's a good sign, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my memory is completely whacked.
Well, maybe we should check outside and check the barn.
Yeah, maybe check. Well, did you guys go down into the basement?
Yeah, there was nothing there.
Is there maybe a root cellar? Did you see anything on the floor? Like another trap door?
We didn't find anything that would lead to a lower layer than the basement.
Because I heard somewhere in these old farmhouses there sometimes is a root cellar underneath the floor of the basement. You know, where it stays cool.
Yeah.
But you didn't see anything, so it could be out in the barn, yeah. Or out in the yard somewhere. I'm sorry if I'm not enthusiastic.
Well, it's good news that we didn't find her hurt or dead like you thought she would be.
Mm-hmm.
That's good news.
Well, let's keep looking. We can come back here and look for clues later, but I don't know where she is.
Okay, so maybe we'll go outside and kind of fan out a little bit.
Yeah.
Is there corn stalk, like corn rows, or I guess this is kind of an abandoned property, so there's probably not there's probably overgrown grass, but no corn like right where we are to search.
Not like necessarily like in the front yard where the house would be, but like all around the farmhouse area. Yeah. Yes, there is corn stuff.
So is it planted corn or is it wild corn? I.e., it's not all in rows.
Yes, it's all planted.
It's all
so
planted.
Maybe the adjacent properties are other people's farms, and this is where just the property line is.
Or maybe they're just taking the fields for themselves.
Yeah.
Since it's abandoned.
A bootleg corn trade is big up here. So we'll go outside and kind of fan out, see if there's anything like around the back of the house, or maybe one of us can walk towards the barn.
There's no attic to the building, right? Like we haven't missed a portion of the building.
We didn't see an attic up there, no.
Nope.
Okay.
From the outside, and you look up, does it look like there should be an attic?
I'll say no.
Okay.
I mean,
I was just thinking it looked like it had a little bit of a peak at one end, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah, maybe there was like a crawl space or something like that. But if you found that, you would have poked your head up. But
Sure.
Nothing.
All right. Well, let's go look at that barn. Although it's got to be careful because the whole thing could come crashing down. It looks like it's pretty unstable.
Yeah, we don't have to go all the way in. Maybe we can just kind of shine our lights and see if anybody could have gotten here. Maybe if Lynn was trying to get out of the house for some reason, she came in here.
So if we're going to walk over to the barn, I'm going to yell out once again, Lynn, and then listen really hard to see if I hear anything.
Do a listen.
Oh, 72. What is that? Yeah, no, that's not a pass.
I'll also call out and not make it.
We're failing all our rolls tonight.
This makes up for all of your past luck rolls from the last episode.
Yeah.
Well, at least
I think the only thing left to do is to all go into the barn and light our dynamite.
Yep.
Or
yeah. So you guys start walking across the yard. You're approaching the barn, and for some reason, Daniel, the flashlight that you're carrying, you dropped it accidentally.
Back in the house?
No, just as you're walking towards the barn, you just kind of like lose your grip when you drop the flashlight.
Oh, jeez.
Daniel, be careful.
Yeah, sorry. But you're
Damien
like,
didn't like so.
That could be low blood sugar. You haven't eaten, remember?
I know. I guess we didn't actually stop at a CVS.
Yeah, we could say that. You got some insurance, something like that.
Okay. Well, I'll chug one of those if I haven't. Give me a minute, guys. Pick that up. Is it still functioning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll chug an Ensure if I've got one.
You get to the barn and there's, I hate to say it, but there's nothing unusual. It's just run down, dilapidated. It's half collapsed. So looks like it was functioning many, many years ago, but right now it just looks old, rusty equipment.
Do we see any tracks other than ours? Any other bloody footprints?
No, nothing like that.
If there are bloody footprints that we found coming out of the house on the porch, just trying to get a sense of where they might have gone, or if it was ours, I guess it would have stopped at the parking.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a horrifying and creepy scarecrow out in the field staring at us?
Of course there is.
Well, that's nothing then.
It's passé.
Are there any other buildings on the property?
Nope.
Well, this is strange.
Why don't you guys want to spread out and kind of walk through some of the corn rows?
No.
I don't know. I doubt those have anything to do with this at all.
That sounds safe and fun. Can we wait till nighttime to do it?
No, it's early in the morning still.
I know.
We're scared.
Are there any fences put up between us and the corn rows like that the other properties around us claimed those?
No.
Corn.
I'm just thinking if Lynn was injured and she maybe tried to run away, where she could have ran to.
Is there something like an old tractor or something that I can stand up on and survey over the corn to see if there's anything out there that we could head towards other than the distant other farmhouses?
Sounds dangerous.
Maybe a rusty combine.
Yeah. There's an old rusty.
Yeah, one with a load of like spiked rusty agricultural
Yeah.
implements
Yeah.
just in front of it.
I'm going to do
Yeah.
Dex.
A wood chipper, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll just you get up there. I'll just lean on this big off and on switch while you're doing it.
I'm going to roll a Dex. I got a
Whoops.
48, which is a pass. So I don't fall into the combine spikes.
Yep. You get to the top of the tractor. You look out through the broken walls of the barn, and like you said, other than like maybe way off in the distance, you might see another farm building, but there's like nothing within walking distance.
No like crucified victims from last night's
Correct.
orgy.
Yep.
Okay.
Joanne, you didn't happen to see when you were upstairs a boy, did you?
A boy? No, there's no. What do you mean a boy? Did you see a boy?
Do you remember last night when I saw a boy in the road when we were walking towards the farmhouse?
Yeah, but we were pretty beat up.
I saw another boy in the house. He was crying and looking for help, and then he just vanished.
Well, you do have some of the touch, the gift, the shining, whatever they call it.
You didn't see anything?
I haven't seen anything, but I don't have the touch or the gift or the shining.
Well, guys, the good news is. Oh, wait a second. Damien, look at Damien.
Damien?
Damien, don't move. Can I find a stick or something on the ground?
That's not unreasonable. Yeah.
Damien, don't move. And I'm gonna come over to you and do this with the stick, and you've got a spider on you.
Ew.
Do I knock the spider off?
Do a dex roll.
Let's see. Fail.
You think you knocked it off, but now nobody can see it.
Did anybody see it before?
Yeah. When they turned and looked and you pointed it out, they saw it too.
Oh, okay, so a huge white spider on his shoulder.
Where is it?
White.
That's disgusting.
Like a cave spider or some horrible thing like that.
Kill it, Daniel.
Where is it? It's got to be on the ground somewhere.
Daniel, kill it.
Do it. If I can see it, I'll stomp on it.
Yeah, you're all kind of searching about for it, and nobody can see it.
Dude,
You better take your jacket off and shake
don't
it.
kill it. There's no need to kill it. I mean, it's just a spider.
It was huge.
Well,
Yeah, but
just
it's
make sure it's not
still,
on you. Shake out your jacket. Maybe it's on your jacket.
Okay, well, I'll shake out my jacket. I don't want to kill it though. I mean, they're useful things. Spiders. They keep the insects down.
Oh, I thought you said it was on Daniel.
Damien.
Damien.
It was on Damien's shoulder.
Okay.
Wasn't there something
If I
about
saw it.
Wasn't there something about spiders in one of the articles we found on Lynn's computer?
Well, yeah, but old house spiders. Come on, there's gonna be spiders.
Well,
But-
the good news is that Lynn's not here, so she's probably still alive somewhere. But I can't imagine why she hasn't tried to at least get in touch with you, Joanne.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
How long does someone need to be missing before the police will get involved?
I could see her. It was like she was exploding or being torn apart by something.
Jeez.
It must have been a horrible dream because of the bang in the truck. She's not here.
I'm giving my jacket a shake out and just patting myself down. Is there any sign of a spider anywhere?
Do a spot hidden.
Spot spider.
Spot spider.
Oh, 59 out of 65.
Yeah, after a few shakes of your coat, you're pretty sure you saw something white, like she described, fall to the ground, and it kind of scurried off under the debris in the barn.
Okay, my feet do this.
Just a spider.
Yeah, gross. Well, maybe we need to. If this is the last place we can remember that we were before we came to after the crash, and Lynn's not here, maybe we need to. I would have her notepad. Maybe we need to work backwards and reconnect with some of these people we've already spoke to and find out when the last time that Lynn was with us. And we're all acting. Maybe she said something and maybe gave an indication of where she was going. We're all acting pretty strange, and maybe she was too.
Well, my worry is that if something's happened to her, maybe we didn't. Maybe there was another reason why we lost our memory. We might have been exposed to something toxic or something.
Maybe traumatic.
Yeah, there's any. I mean, if she could be wandering around somewhere, like, no idea who she is.
Maybe she was at the scene of the accident with us and wandered into the woods and maybe collapsed and maybe is there.
I thought exactly the same thing, Tabitha. I wondered exactly the same thing, whether maybe she woke up first and just wandered off.
Well, while we're here, do you want to take an hour and do a more thorough look for any kind of sign that we were in there in the various rooms of the house?
Yeah, well, I mean, all that stuff's in there.
And maybe look from upstairs out the windows and see if there's any place where it looks like the corn has been knocked down or disturbed, as if she wandered out that way.
Yeah, we haven't looked at the GoPro cameras yet. Maybe we can connect those to the monitors.
Yeah. There are cameras there?
We had GoPro cameras set up around the house.
Right.
And Daniel and I took them down there. We put them on the table with the rest of our stuff inside.
Oh, well, let's go and get those.
Yeah. Let's definitely have a look at those.
Mm-hmm. That could be our best clue.
You'll forgive me because I don't officially know how a GoPro camera works.
Well, let's say we would have
it's like flash memory.
Yeah, let's say we would have Lynn's computer, because that had the research articles. So maybe we'd have that with us, and we can connect the cameras to that, and open up the GoPro app or Final Cut or something like that, and see what videos on there.
Is it, Sean? Do you know, or is it like stored on a card? They're not wireless.
I don't know.
You can connect it to USB and play it back.
Yeah, I know that much. Yeah.
So whatever footage would be on the camera is actually on the camera then.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a wireless pack you can attach to it.
I tell you what, why don't you do a group luck roll?
It's a pass for me.
Nope. Fail.
Tom.
I pass.
I also failed.
Mick.
Two passes and 2 fails. All right, pick a tiebreaker and one of you roll.
Well, I was really good with luck last time, but I've been failing most rolls today.
Nick or
Tom? How hot my dice are.
I'll chance it. I'll roll.
Yeah, you go for it.
You got it.
Unless you don't want me to roll, somebody else can volunteer.
No, you roll.
All right. Luck be a lady tonight. Oh, it ran under the thing. I got 7 points.
That's an extreme.
Yes, I got an extreme luck. I'm very lucky.
Extremely.
My lover is dead and splattered, but I'm lucky.
Luck is your new lady.
You have insurance.
I'll give you this. You managed to, after some finagling, especially from you, Daniel, you're a bit of a tech wizard when it comes to some of this. And of course, Damien, you're helping too because it's the video footage. You guys managed to get the proper cables that you needed, the proper battery power that you needed. that's what some of that equipment that you had in the van, that was like backup material, backup equipment. So after a couple trips back and forth to the van, you find the pieces that you need. And eventually you get to find some footage. I will tell you this. You would have to, it's probably like several hours worth of footage. But again, if you kind of just skip through it, fast forward, the key things that you'll see are all of you were there. All of you were spread out in various places around the house.
Including Lynn?
Including Lynn, yes. And there was another piece of this in that there's another woman with you guys.
Another woman? Who's that?
Oh.
Does it jog a memory that we suddenly remember who that is?
No.
Are we interacting with her?
Yes.
What does she look like?
She looks semi-attractive. A little bit of an older woman, but it's kind of hard to put an age on her exactly. So she might be older than what she appears, but with like makeup and hairstyle and all that, she's kind of looking younger.
Do you think that might be Lily Austin?
Maybe. Well, does she look like a local, or does she look like a California woman like us?
Or is she wearing like a logo tee like the guys?
Yes, she's not wearing a logo tee.
Because if we had an interview with Lily, wouldn't she have been a local?
You said she was wearing a logo tee?
She's not.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's her. Maybe somebody else.
Yeah, maybe one of the locals came to show us around the house.
An owner.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody from the Clio Historical Society.
Yep.
Or even from the Flint or Saginaw? Sacagawea?
Saskatchewan.
I can't remember what the town north of us is.
Saginaw, yeah.
Saginaw. Yeah, from their like historical society. This is all that area. I don't know. That's wild speculation. So nothing really freaky and unusual and scary in the videos.
Nothing really.
The scary thing is we're not finding anything freaky or scary or unusual. So
Exactly.
Maybe we need to spend the night.
Okay, Shaggy.
No, I think we should. I think we should start backtracking on our list of interviews and see if we can piece together the last 48 hours.
Well, we know where the place is. We can reconvene, so we can go somewhere.
Right. So shall we head back to the hotel? Maybe get something to eat for lunch? You can eat soup, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah, soup, thin soup. Just don't like eating.
Should we revisit the scene of the crash first, since we're very close to it?
Yeah, maybe we have some cell phones kicking around on the ground there we didn't see at nighttime.
Maybe the gun landed in the ditch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we find trail or any of Lynn's things or a trail going into the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll that's what we'll do on the way back.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds like a good move.
And from upstairs we didn't see anything outside.
No.
Okay. Mystery.
I'm going to try something. Tabitha, as you guys are getting into the van, Tabitha, do a psychic roll.
A psychic roll?
Sidekick roll.
Sidekick roll.
Pass.
Pass, okay. You guys are getting into the van. Tabitha, you're just getting into the van. You're about to shut the door, and you look up, and you see standing on the front porch is a woman that looks like Lynn Cartwright.
I freeze. Guys, look. Look at the porch.
And the rest of you don't.
What?
It's Lynn. I see Lynn.
No, what?
Don't say that. You'll upset Joanne.
I'm gonna almost like in in a trance almost. I'm gonna walk back towards her. Does she look like she normally would? Does she look injured? Does she look dead? Does she look normal?
She's floating about 2 inches above the floor.
That's not normal.
That's normal. Oh, no.
What?
Lynn, where are you?
The expression on her face is one of almost sadness. And she's not trying to talk to you. She's just shaking her head like, no.
Then we want to help you.
And then she fades away.
Oh.
Tabitha, this is not funny.
No, Joanne, this time I just like I saw the boys, I saw Lynn. She just shook her head. She wouldn't give me any indication of where she is.
So I sort of back up and dramatically collapse against the van, and I'm like, then she's dead.
She's either dead or she's definitely in trouble. I wonder if maybe she was shaking her head no to tell us we were headed down the wrong path.
I start
we'll
crying
end it there.
Okay. With me, oh no. All right. Let's see. Our players included Kurt LeBlanc, Mick Swan, Sean Little, and myself with Jeff Wilkins as the keeper of the secrets. Our musical intro, it's called A Singular Perversion, Darkness, was composed by Kevin MacLeod and is licensed under a Creative Commons Attributions license. We're currently producing 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. Patrons of our show can now enjoy recordings of our pre- and post-game conversations. Some of the funniest and most exciting and interesting stuff occurs before and after this show. We do have a new patron. Now let's see if I can get his last name right. It's David Milokovic, who has pledged $3 a month. Thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Now, if you would like to become a patron, visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month will help us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and apparently hit the bell button for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We love hearing from you. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.